Hey Pirates, this is Talk the Plank with your hosts Tatum
and Kiara.
Here with two state qualifying athletes,
Ainsley,
Carly,
and the coach.
Coach Posey.
How are y'all today? How's it going?
feeling great. Feeling great.
You woke up extra early or just normal time?
I actually got to sleep in a little bit from morning practices, so
Oh,
That's nice.
it's a relief.
Did you get here early?
I got here early because of Special Olympics today, so got
Nice.
another track meet.
Good luck to Special Olympics.
Woohoo.
Turn
oh
up.
yeah.
Go out there and win it, Coach Posey.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the state competition or the regionals
Regional,
competition.
yeah.
Like, what were the vibes of it, and like, what was going through y'all's heads?
In my opinion, it was great vibes. It was like way different from my sophomore year. I was kind of more at a peace of mind, and I was just ready to go out there and like do my best and have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Carly?
yeah, probably the same, honestly.
What about you, Coach Posey?
I think they were ready. I think that at that point, it's like the haze in the barn. Like we're not really working as much technique. It's really about are they able to handle it mentally?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Coach Sawyer, I know, has been talking to Carly about, and I've been talking to Ainsley all the time about is, are you going to be able to handle the moment? Be able to handle the moment when it matters, because the thing about track is there's no one to hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
When the moment's big in a team sport, you can hide behind somebody else. In track, if you don't perform, you're going home. So
Yeah.
I think for them, that's really what it was about.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like there was like more adrenaline like here?
In like regular meets.
Oh, for sure, because it's kind of like you mess up, you're done.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. And other meets, it's like, oh, you mess up, it's like, okay, it's fine. These are like learning meets almost, but now
Oh.
it's
Like it matters. Like
Yeah,
every single detail
every single
matters.
yeah.
Okay, switching gears, how did you guys prepare for the regionals meet?
A lot of detail work, in my opinion. Like for hurdles, like we broke it down to like every little movement to make sure that like nothing would go wrong. And like aside from like for like the 300s, doing like workouts that would like still increase my speed, just like hurdle work was very, very.
Yeah. What about you, Carly?
I think I just took less reps and like I ate a lot more. Like that was really it, honestly.
How did you help them prepare?
I mean, I know Coach Sawyer put in a lot of work with Carly. I was out there with them, and they were 3 or 4 hours of work that they would put in. But
That's crazy.
when district hit, though, it kind of tapered down a little bit because, like I said, like if you're not ready at that point, then you're not going to be ready.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for Ainsley, we did in the 300s, a lot of her weak leg. That way, whenever she would go in the race, like her brain would pick it up and say, hey, I can do this.
Yeah.
If you don't do that weak leg, then you're going to get up there and you're going to stutter all the time and whatever. And then the hundreds, it's really more about the start. Like if the first hurdle's right, the whole race can be right. But if the first hurdle's wrong, you got out of the blocks last, then you're done. So.
Yeah.
So just kind of like the things you focused on, like for like every single practice,
But every single day.
every single day.
Till
What
the
about, what about you, Carly?
Gosh, there was a lot that I had to work on. Like more just like keeping my arms up, driving to the middle, like not getting into my head really was a big one for me.
So I know you guys, this is kind of like switching gears again, but I know you guys talk about family a lot in track, and I was just like wondering, like, is it actually like a real like tight family? Like, what is that like?
We can let Posey answer that first.
I think it is. I mean, there's a different type of like culture that's been created. Honestly, before I got here, it's like more of there's like a team bonding that we do on Fridays, but it's more of trying to get because it is an individual sport, you want to get the selfishness out and be able to, at the end of the day, you're competing by yourself, but at the end of the day, you're laying everything on the line for your team. And if you have that mentality, then it doesn't really matter about anything else. And I think that they've done a really good job of taking that and running with it.
Yeah.
So
I think like, because I know you're in basketball, Kiara, I think that like, does that kind of like relate to
Yeah, I feel like with track and basketball, it's a little different because basketball you have to focus on like, oh yeah, team.
Mhm.
Everything is team. Like,
Yeah.
You have your individual skills, but like at the end of the day, it's like you put all the skills together and to play the game.
Yeah.
With track, it's more like, okay, you have your own skills, you have your own races, you have your own events,
Mhm.
but you guys still need to be a family to like support each other,
Yeah.
like mentally and stuff.
So, Ainsley, I know that you were talking about like your arms and like focusing more on your arms. Do you feel like that helped you at regionals?
Yeah, I could see a difference even within area and regionals, especially in the 100s. 300s still need a little bit of some work, but in the 100s, like if you watch the videos, instead of like, I guess like swinging in a circle, they started to snap down more, and I feel like that did take a lot of time off
Yeah.
within a week.
Yeah, Carly, like what details did you focus on in discus? Because I know like at the regionals meet, you went from 126 to 128. Right?
Honestly, at the regionals meet, like my friend had come up to me before my last throw, and she just like kind of told me that like I belonged to be there, and I just kind of relaxed a bit, so I wasn't as tense.
That's
Awesome.
really good.
It's that family
So,
component.
as a coach, how did you help the athletes like prepare for regionals?
I mean, I kind of already touched on it a little. It's more of like a mentality now.
Yeah.
Like, because these two girls are pretty elite. Like, they're both got already made the standards to at least go into college. I mean, I know Ainsley now has made the Power 5 standard in the hurdles. So they're elite enough to go to college, but there's still that component about it doesn't matter how elite you are. If in a big race and a big college meet, you can't perform in that meet, then it doesn't like matter. So it's more about like, what are you going to do to get yourself right? Because everyone does a different thing. Like we were talking, I showed Ainsley this thing about what Gabby Thomas did, and she, right before the Olympics, she wrote in her journal, "I will be Olympic champion." She did it 500 times.
Yeah.
Like manifesting a little bit.
And she pretty much said, "I will win the Olympics." And in her head, she was going through that race already. So
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And when they are able to grasp that, they won't
Yeah.
really be elite. They're going to be unstoppable.
And I think that like
So-
that's a good thing. And it's like once you go into the meet and it's like you write down like I will, like you know that you're gonna
Like you're going in already winning.
Yeah, you know like in your mind you're going in as you're already winning. So I think that's just like so important for like any sport or anything you do is like go into it with the mentality of I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
'Cause if you go in and you're like, oh yeah, I'm scared,
Or
you're
like
going to be scared.
Yeah, or like if you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna win. Like I know I do bad at this event, or I know I do bad at this thing, or whatever. But if you go into it like badly with a bad mentality, then you're gonna go out with the bad.
100% that way.
Yeah. So I know you guys do multiple events, but like, what's your not favorite event, but like, what's the event you feel most comfortable in? Like comfortable doing?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say my like race I've probably been doing since middle school would be 300. So like that's like the most comfortable race.
I'm not really sure because like I've seen a lot of success in both. Like I went to Texas Relays for shot put, but like I also went to Junior Olympics for disc.
Yeah.
So like
It's kind of a both thing.
yeah.
That's good. At least you have comfortability in both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going back in time here, but when did you guys really like start getting into track?
I remember racing Carly in the 100 meter in middle school, and she used to whoop my butt, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Carly was so fast, and that's really kind of what kicked off my competitive thing. And I remember I'd get beat by Carly, and I would get so mad. So I started working a lot in middle school and summer track with Coach Posey after my 7th grade year, like going in 8th grade, I think. I don't really know. And then he kind of threw me into hurdles. And then, because he told my coach, he was like, yeah, she has potential there. And after that, I just kind of kept with it.
That's good.
Well, I definitely can't be Ainsley anymore. But yeah, probably 7th grade year. My middle school coach, Coach Floyd, just kind of threw me into it and I ended up loving throwing.
Yeah. So what did you guys first like think of track? Like, because I know there's been a lot of like misconceptions about track and stuff, but like, what did you like first think of track whenever y'all joined?
I thought I was always gonna have to run a mile. I was really
I'm gonna
sad.
put her in that next year.
And I was like really, really sad. And I was like, I'm not doing this. But then I found out there's like a lot of other things to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a thrower, so like it was middle school, so it wasn't really like too serious. So all I really had to do was like throw a heavy ball and eat. So it wasn't really that bad.
She's lying. She ran our 4x1 at least one meet.
Okay, yeah, and that was awful. I hated it. Like I just wanted to go back to the field and eat like a burger.
Oh my.
Posey, I know you did track in high school or college or whatever, but what did you think of it?
Well, my dad was the track coach for 25 years, and my mom was the English teacher. So, starting out, like, I could not do anything wrong. Like, if I did one thing wrong, I'm going to get whooped when I
Yeah.
get home. But it was early age that I started. I was probably 4 or 5 when I started summer track. And so, like, I started pole vault young. I started hurdles young. And it was I got addicted to it, though, whenever I started doing the decathlon in high school. Because I have severe ADHD. So, like, I can't do one event. Like, me doing 10 events was really, really cool because now I don't have time to think.
Yeah.
I'll do one event, you got 30 minutes to get ready for another one.
Yeah.
So that pretty much, and my high school coaches telling me stuff, but that got me hooked on track, is not having to focus on one. Now I can do 10 events and be pretty decent at them. So
That's good.
Do you think it was going to be different
Yeah.
than what you thought it was, that it was?
I mean, here's the thing, like, track is not for the faint of heart. Like, it's not, if you think it's going to be easy, you're wrong. But the life lessons that you're going to get from track, it's hard to get those from other places. I mean, you're going to be by yourself in life
Yeah.
a lot. Like, you may not have your parents in life. You may not have anyone around you, and you have to, whether it's athletics or whether it's in life, like, you're going to have to perform in a big moment without your mom or dad there. And that's what track for me, and I think for a lot of these other girls, like, that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have anyone to lean on. Yes, we have this tight-knit family that you have someone you can call when you need them, but, like, you're going to have to perform in life.
Yeah.
So,
When it comes to game day, it's really you.
yep.
Yeah.
It's not like a basketball team. That it's like if you mess up, like someone can kind of like soften your error. Like,
Right,
but
you
this
miss a shot and somebody's going to rebound.
Mhm. But no, it's like you
It's like one and you're
fall
done.
star and you're off. You're
Yeah.
off. That's nobody else can help you on that.
Yeah. And it's hard to like see and like even like be a part of. Like if you've done it before, I know it's like really hard to come back from that, I feel like. So Posey, how did you get into track? Like how did you get into coaching track?
So, I didn't start coaching until I was 28. I worked at a steel mill for right out of college, just chasing money. But y'all all know my wife. Like, she's been a coach for longer than I have. And it was COVID year, and I had gone up with Courtney to Wills Point. They had a coach's dinner, and I just started talking to the Wills Point coach because I've known him, and he talked more about pole vault and hurdles, and I hadn't talked about that since I was in college. He was like, "Coach, like, I'll offer you a job right now. Like, we can go." And at that point in life, I was working nights, and I didn't want to work nights the rest of my life. So, like, I was like, man, maybe this is something I need to do.
Yeah.
And, like, I love it now. Like, I wouldn't do anything else other than that. And it kind of changed my trajectory because, like, I thought I was going to be working manual labor my whole life and doing all this. And now I get to do what I love. So,
yeah.
And when I first got into it, it was not that much money. So, like, I was used to making a lot of money. And then I started realizing it's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about what you're doing, what you want to do with your life, and it wasn't really a job to me at that point.
Yeah.
So,
Like you enjoyed it.
yep.
Like it's not being a job.
Which is good. I feel like everybody should get a job that they actually enjoy doing. Yeah. So whenever you guys started doing track, I know last time, Ainsley, we talked about like superstitions, but like what was y'all's like superstitions when y'all started track? Like from middle school, and maybe that's like some that have stuck till like now.
I didn't really have superstitions in middle school because I didn't totally have care for the sport yet because I was kind of just doing it for fun.
Mhm.
Did I have a superstition? I don't remember a
I
superstition.
can't believe she just said she didn't have care for the sport.
Like it was, I was saying like in middle school, like it was just fun. Like I was just doing it for fun. It was like a new sport to me, so I kind of just went out there and did. Like I guess I wore the same spikes, but like I only had one pair of spikes.
Yeah.
But like now, I wear the same. I've worn the same ribbon for like the past. I think this whole year. We'll just
Wow.
flat iron it back out and tie it back on.
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I've worn the same cross necklace at every track meet since 7th grade, but I
Oh,
think
wow.
that's really it.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Did
That's
you like
dedication.
already take it a little bit more seriously in middle school? Or did you start
Um,
in high school?
Yeah, I did. The first track meet, like, I got first and first, so I was like, wow, like, this is so cool, this is so crazy. And then my dad was friends with somebody that threw in college at Fresno State, and he was just like, hey, you have, like, a lot of potential. And so, like, all through 7th and 8th grade, I went to, like, summer track meets and just kind of, like, started falling in love with it more.
Nice.
That's good. What were like some of your superstitions or like that you saw them have?
I mean, I can tell you what me and Coach Sawyer, like, I know that Coach Sawyer wanted to. A lot of times there needs to be one voice right before you throw, like, or right before you run. So, like, I know that these two get in their head a lot. Like, I know it. I can see it before they even get in the ring or before they ever get in blocks. So, like, I know Coach Sawyer told you stuff, and you'd probably be able to tell me that. But I know I told Ainsley, like, every time before she would get in the blocks, like, take a deep breath. Like, it's all right. Take a deep breath and just trust what you've done. Because she was the world's worst about, like, after every race, Coach, I didn't get this time. Coach, I didn't get this time. I didn't break the school record again. And I said, Ainsley, first of all, it's your record. And second of all, like, calm down. Like, if you rush it, it's not going to happen. If you're too worried about your PRs, you're never going to PR. Because then you're so tense that it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And after area, like, you know, like, because I'm not really an emotional person. So, like, after area, Ainsley is crying. I walk up and I was like, told Scott, and I said, I don't know what to do. Like, she's crying and she just broke the record. And she's like, Coach, it's tears of joy. And I said, oh. And I kind of walked away. But at that moment, I was like, Ainsley, just trust it. Like, and then she trusted it. And now, instead of worrying about the time, she worried about just qualifying, and she ended up breaking the time. So,
Yeah. What were things that Coach Sawyer told you before anything?
Gosh.
tell them all.
Oh God, he was just like, get out of your head. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, man, like, I don't really know. And he was like, well, you better figure it out. And I was like, yeah. So like, I just kind of went into the ring, and I was like, yeah, well, just like do it, I guess.
Well, Carly knows that when Coach Sawyer is getting irritated, because when that pin is getting bit off, like, you know, Coach Sawyer's irritated. I know, like, the pin will start full, and by the end of the meet, he'll chew that thing halfway down.
Or gum pack. I think we burned like 5 in one meet. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's 3 of the big packs.
Yes. They're gone.
Or Skittles. He goes to Skittles crazy.
He gets the like party size.
I'm surprised he hasn't, honestly.
Yeah.
Does he get like the little packs?
Yes, he drops like $40 at a gas station every meet, and they're all gone. Or he'll like throw them in your hands, like, here, power pellets. They're all gone.
So
Kind of like ending it a little bit. But as athletes, like probably going into college and definitely going into college because we're
Yeah.
manifesting. What do you want your legacy to be like in this sport?
or like whenever y'all get older, like, because I know that, like, I mean, you broke the
Yeah.
record for our school.
So you're saying like my legacy in high school?
Your legacy in high school, and then like your legacy in life for track, or like in college or whatever.
That's a good question. I would probably say that I would just want my legacy to be like someone that made track like a more positive atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, other than like keeping the records that I have, like that's an awesome legacy to have. But I don't care that my name remains on a board. I would encourage people to break that. You
Yeah.
know? So I would just say like leaving and being like, okay, she made the team really fun, or she
Yeah.
made the team like it felt like a family. And I
Yeah.
feel like in college as well. Like I just want to be like someone that made it fun.
Yeah.
I don't think that throws gets like a lot of recognition. Like I think they just think they're like, oh yeah, they throw heavy things. you know?
Yeah.
So I think I just want to like make it known that throwing can actually get points and do something big too.
Yeah.
We rely heavily on our
Yeah.
throwing points. I mean, it's like
Yes, we
it
do.
helps so much. It's like the kickstart to our lead in some of our meets. It's like, oh, Carly and Hannah just placed first and second in both. Okay, here we go. And then we're already up like 40 points compared to other people.
That's good. What would you have wanted your legacy to be, or want your legacy to be?
I mean, for them,
For them and for you.
it's more about like kind of what I said earlier about in life. One day they're gonna have families. Are they gonna be able to like get over this handling pressure in big moments, because they're gonna be moms, they're gonna be have kids someday, and like they're gonna have things that come up in life, and are they gonna be able to handle that without their mom and dad? So I mean, for us as coaches, that's what we want. Like whether it's the basketball coaches, football coaches, we want to develop you enough to where in life, it's not really about track or school. It's about when you get outside of this, can you handle it on your own?
Yeah.
That's
For
awesome.
me, I mean, I mean, I'm a really competitive person. So like, one thing that like I'm struggling with, Tatum, is my brother is beating me in a lot of areas in track.
Little brother.
So, and he has 12 state qualifiers. He has a chance to win state as a team.
Oh, so he's a coach too.
Yes,
Where does he coach at?
West.
Okay.
That doesn't mean he's better than me,
Pick
Tatum.
it up.
But,
Little brother.
but anyway, I want to have team success. Like not like the big thing, and I don't know if they've won a district title for the girls in Crandall history. That is something that I hope the girls want to do, and I really, really want to do. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
100%.
All right. Well, it was great for you guys to come out. So happy y'all came out and talked. I hope, thank you for being here. I hope you guys, the viewers, like to hear about track. And that's all that we have for today. And this is
Talk the plank.